Hello everyone out there in internet world, this is Travis coming at you with another Heroes of the Storm gameplay with Green Carpet Media producing this shindig, and I have another special appearance from the one, the only, Stinchbags.
Yes, y'all didn't ask for it, but I am here. If anything, you told him to kick me off, but I am back with vengeance.
She's back with vengeance, everyone, and her lips are licking because she wants to really cast this game. So on the right side here, we have a team, the notorious Leftovers, facing off against the blue team, Bushido Esports. It's going to be a good game here. We're going to see what happens. If we're going to let's dive into the team compositions, shall we, Stencho?
Let's do it.
So on the right side, we have a very powerful lane pusher. We got Rhaegar, Gul'dan. Those two individuals can push a lane like no one else's business. It's pretty amazing. They got a really tanky tank Johanna, really going to be able to push people together so that Gul'dan can work on his fell stacks, his fell wave stacks. As he hits that green fell wave, Johanna's gonna stack them up for him. And he's gonna do a lot of damage in that later game, Stincho. On the left side, we have a lot of potential damage, I would say. I mean, we got a Stitches that's going to hook, but honestly, we don't have really anything that's going to capitalize on that hook, like a Malfurion Root or a Rhaegar Totem. It seems like, the best thing they have is an Uther Stun.
Oh, that's going to hurt him.
That is going to hurt him. They don't really have a lot of roots. They might have a Chromie sand trap, which could slow them down a little bit, and maybe that's what they're really hoping for. But honestly, I think they need a better support that can handle that job. But I think they're looking to kind of poke with the Lunara, poke with the Sonya, and I wouldn't say necessarily poke, but really get in there and do the damage so that Chromie can come down and finish off the enemy team. So they're looking to just do a lot of damage, and let's see if they can actually pull that off, right, Stincho?
I agree. I want to see what their beginning game is because obviously they're coming in a little weak than the other team.
That's right. I believe you're right. The other team has a superior wave clear, and that's definitely going to help them earlier in the game get those level advantage. You can already see they're only about 10% into level 3, so it's not like egregious or anything. It looks like Sonya is going to try to get on that Johanna. Johanna is going to stun Sonya, and she is not going to be able to spin for very long on top of them, and spinning is really how she gains health and how she does damage. So that's how she can really sustain inside a team fight. If she gets stunned inside a team fight while she's spinning, that's an issue because she's going to go down a little bit faster.
And they said no spinning for you.
She ain't spinning to win it, Stitch. So Stitch is going to try to hook a Gul'dan. He's going to try to hook a Rhaegar. He's looking for those little small targets with a small health pool. That way, Chromie, Lunara, and that's a Gul'dan. That's exactly what they're looking for. Do you see how Gul'dan, he dodged that Chromie Sandblast that was coming right for him? Yeah. They don't know where that Sandblast is coming, Stitch. Keep in mind that we can see a little blue reticle on the screen, but the enemy team has no idea.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's death from above.
It's like Russian roulette.
Russian roulette, exactly. So it looks like the red team's looking to turn in. They're doing a fantastic job turning in those gems. The blue team is slightly ahead, but it looks like the red team, I would say, since they're kind of in the midst of trying to turn in, I think that they're going to get a larger spider butt pool. If that makes sense to you, Stencho.
Of course it makes sense to me, but to our listeners who are new, we have to explain these things.
Yeah, the thing is about being a new listener, would you really be watching this gameplay if you were new? Maybe if you were trying to learn about the game. Look at Stitches; he is getting extremely low. He's about half health. That was a very good. Totem slow. A very good Malfurion Root. Joanna's unstoppable, so she can't be stunned, and she gets a little bit of a shield. There we go. The red team did turn in. You could see how aggressive they were with their turn-ins. They really wanted to try to capitalize on that, and they got their Web Weaver turn-in. So they're going to have the Web Weaver waves pushing in, and that's going to assist them in getting those forts and those towers and those walls down. Lunara's got to be careful down south. She got killed by a Tracer Malfurion combination. Tracer does a lot of damage to Lunara, and the blue team's really got to protect their Lunara because Tracer's able to get in there and do a ton of damage. But likewise, Lunara does a lot of damage to Tracer, so it's kind of like a rock, paper, it's more like not really a rock paper scissors thing. It's more like a rock. They're just kind of hitting each other, Two rocks going at it. I would say more like two scissors going at it. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Ooh,
I'm not saying
I'm
not saying it's a lesbian thing. I'm just saying that the scissors, in my opinion.
No. You said it.
Oh!
You said enough.
Sonia went down. You said enough. That analogy worked for me.
It was on point.
It looks like the southern fort might go down. They are pushing really hard in the middle fort as well. You can see here that they might actually get 2 forts. The northern fort actually went down, but it looks like they're only going to settle for that one because it looks like Uther and Chromie are down south protecting, while Lunara's taking care of the Gul'dan and the Johanna.
I like how he's coming in hot with that fluffy cloud. Very intimidating.
Yes, the fluffy cloud is a very scary omen, I guess you could say.
And the rainbows definitely scare it up a bit.
Yeah, for those Trump supporters out there. Hey-o, we're getting a little political in here. So we're going to
stay with your scissoring jokes.
You said stay with the scissoring jokes.
Yeah.
I think you're being a little bit more safe, even though that is a little political in itself. Look at the red team, Stench. Look at their levels. Level 10 to level 8.
Oh, man. They're up 2 points.
They're up 2 points, but not only that, the blue team is going to have a difficult time fighting the red team. The red team being the leftovers because they have their ultimates. Ooh,
would you say the red team is better at the beginning of the game or mid-game?
I would say the red team. I would say they're better at the beginning and the mid game. There goes another Uther, and I think we're definitely still in the beginning and the mid game, and you can see how well they're doing. There's a Malfurion root, so Sonya might go down here. It looks like Tracer is hot on her tail, but she's gonna back out. If she just pursued her just a little bit more, just a second more, that Sonya would have definitely have gone down. But they got the Uther kill, and I think that's all they really want to focus on. That one kill's fine. They're already 3 levels ahead. They're doing a great job, not only on team kills, but also on forts, and they're also doing a better job just in general in the levels. So they're doing, the lefters are doing fantastic against Bushido Esports.
Yeah. Are you saying that you are cheering for the...
I'm not cheering for anyone, Stench. I'm a completely unbiased commentator. But how about you? Who are you going for here?
Well, you know what? Last time I went with the obvious choice, the one that was winning, and I think that was a dumb mistake. So I'm going to go with the...
Bushido Esports?
Yes.
She's going to go with the blue team. She's going to go with Bushido Esports. We're going to see how she does. It looks like the red team is actually trying to get another turn in. You can see how close they are to getting that Web Weaver wave. They're 43 out of 55, so if they turn in and push again, you can imagine how damaging and detrimental that will be to Bushido Esports. They're already down 2 forts. So, and look how healthy. You see those red forts over there, Stench? How healthy the leftovers forts are currently.
They do look healthy. Very well fed.
Very well fed. That's not good. Not good at all.
Ooh.
There's another Web Weaver right there. The red team is going to capitalize on that Web Weaver wave. And the blue team is going to try to get a pick on that Malfurion, but Malfurion's doing the little voodoo shuffle, I guess you could say.
Ooh,
Voodoo
shuffle.
That's right, the voodoo shuffle. It's more of a troll thing, and he's more of a night elf, so I guess you would say it's the night elf shuffle. The Elune shuffle.
Whatever it is, he's got skills, and I want them.
You want them? So how do you think they're currently doing here, Stench, with the Web Weavers pushing in, a full healthy red team going with maybe a little bit of a unhealthy tank in Stitches here?
They're definitely making me nervous, but I think the blue team has definitely got a strategy. Leave, come back, take them out.
That's right, Stitch. But all these forts, and look at the potential experience that they could have soon enough. Like, if they start getting those forts down, if they get a Web Weaver wave of themselves and start getting those forts down, that's experience in the bag right there. This is just experience waiting to happen. The more behind you are, the more experience I believe you get.
Gotcha.
I think. Someone might correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that you get a little bit of a loser effect. It's kind of like Mario Kart, when you're behind, you get those power-ups and you're able to kind of get in the first. So they give you a little bit of leeway in the experience.
I don't relate. I've always been first place, so...
That's true.
What are you talking about?
True. You play Rosalina, you play the S-tier characters.
Exactly.
So you're a cheapskate. We understand that, Stitch. The blue team actually got the web weaver wave, so just like I was saying, it's a possibility that they will be able to push they will be able to push over leftover forts, take them down, get that experience possibly to catch up to level 13, level 14, and maybe even surpass depending on if they can get some team kills. Currently, they're sitting at 0 kills.
That is not looking promising, but I believe in my team.
You got faith in the Bushido esports. Tracer gets hit, but she is going to get healed by Rhaegar. He has an excellent healer, and he's going to do some good healing. He hasn't even been able to use... I don't even know if he's used ancestral healing on anyone, Stinch. That's his ultimate ability, and it gives a sizable heal to anyone on the team. And I don't think he's been able to use it because I think Bushido esports hasn't been doing the damage that they need to warrant an ancestral heal.
That's really sad to say right there.
It is sad to say, but like I was saying, they have Chromie, they have Chromie who's doing so much massive amounts of damage, and they have Lunara and Sonya who are able to do that sustained damage. And after the sustained damage kind of kicks in, and if they can get that rolling, and then Chromie just lays down a big sandblast on someone, that could end a team fight immediately. Mm-hmm. So Stitches needs to get a good hook. Chromie needs to get some good sandblasts, and Lunara and Sonya need to do that sustain. And if they can start doing that in rolling, and maybe they can do that starting in the late game, you can see that they have their ultimates and they have their level 13 talents, so they are on an even footing. But this isn't good. Chromie getting caught out. She's going to go into a 7-second stasis here to protect herself. Stitches is going to start pooping on everyone, slowing them down. Tracer is in a little bit too deep. She went down south. She's about at half health. She gets caught again. Does she have enough blinks to escape? And she does. There's the ancestral healing on Gul'dan. I don't think it was necessary. Gul'dan has his life tap. Sonya's getting extremely low, but she does get Uther's Divine Shield. She is doing that spin it to win it, but Malfurion does do a silence on her, ending her spinning. Stitches go down. Uther goes down. It's only Lunara and Chromie's in a tough spot here. A Tracer is on top of her nutsack, and she's going to go down.
Oh, that was painful to watch.
Extremely, extremely painful.
That poor nutsack.
Come again?
That poor nutsack.
That poor nutsack, exactly. Mm-hmm. It looks like Leftovers is going to go for the boss and capitalize on a dead Bushido esports at the top. And I think they're going to couple the boss possibly with a web weaver wave. So essentially they're going to have spiders on top of fat Egyptian spider butt here. And
that butt though.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough spot. So let's see if they actually go for the turn. And I think Gul'dan is turning up north. He got the turn in, so this is going to be a brutal push, Stitch.
I can't wait to see what the blue team has in store for this red team, because they need to push it out right now. It's make or break.
This is a make or break moment. I definitely agree with you. If they could get some kill, it's going to be extremely difficult. They have a 5-man team pushing in the north, a boss, and here comes some web weaver waves coming in right behind him. So it's just a ton of extra damage, and you got to consider the minions are going in there too. The minions are a sizable piece of damage. If they're getting those little hits and hits on heroes, that's just an extra point of damage that Leftovers don't have to do themselves. You see Stitches hooked Tracer, but Tracer was able to recall backwards. She has all the same abilities she does in Overwatch, Stitch. So,
yeah, you know that Tracer.
Tracer, your girl?
Tracer. She's my girl.
Settle down. Look how low this fort is. Look how low this fort is. You can see that the Leftovers are waiting to take the fort down. They're seeing if they're going to see if Bushido Esports was going to rotate to the south, but they didn't. They're going to still protect the northern fort, and they still have 2 web weaver waves pushing down south. There goes Sonya. She's getting low. Stitches does get the Divine Shield, and look at Uther. He's also going to go down here. He's trying to go into the poop here to save himself, but the poop was no match for the other team. The northern keep does go down. Did you see the push? it was as if Bushido Esports had to go down and defend their middle and southern keeps because those web wavers were pushing in. They didn't have a Chromie to do that extra damage. Look how Tracer is after Chromie, and Tracer takes her down like it's nothing. That nutsack, that Chromie nutsack, it's nothing to a Tracer.
That poor. Does he even have a nutsack anymore?
It's a she.
I mean, she is what I'm
Don't
saying.
assume the gender, Stencho.
I'm saying, well, why don't we go neutral? They, them.
Exactly. So, what do you? How do you think the blue team can exactly? The blue team being Bushido Esports. How do you think they can come back from being? They only have one keep currently, zero kills. How are they supposed to steamroll back into this game, Stencho?
Well, how I do it when I play is that I just have to believe in the heart. That's basically it. Believe in the heart, and you will make it through.
The believe in the heart of the Nexus.
Exactly. Honestly, I've never been in this situation because I've always been on top.
Yeah, but since you can speak to being on top all the time, how do you think that Bushido Esports can get on top like you can? Like, what exactly are they not doing correctly? I mean, they're five structures behind, 0 kills. How are they supposed to do this? 3 levels behind as well.
They're just gonna have to work together, combine their abilities, make sure that the healers take care of the opponents, and they're just gonna have to work together is really what's gonna happen.
Well, it looks like they're trying to do that. Sonya is doing a ton of damage to the backline here on Rhaegar, but it's just not enough, Stench. They did get that Johanna kill, which is 1 kill, but I mean that's and then they also got a Tracer kill, but that is a 3 for 2. It looks like the leftovers did do a better job. They did get more team kills than Bushido Esports. Tracer is going to hit a sandblast into Malfurion's face while he is trying to cap. It looks like Rhaegar is gonna pick for Malfurion, try to get in the way of any Chromie sandblast that come his way. That way he can turn in his 47 gems. 47 gems, that's a lot. That's a sizable amount.
I wish I had.
Rhaegar is going to go in for the Stitches. He's got that improved Earth Totem, which is going to slow Stitches by 90%, and they're going to take Stitches down. That is 2 healers, Stench, taking down a tank. Stitches is out of the game for 45 seconds. That is pretty devastating. It looks like your bets aren't going so well against Stench.
Well, you know what they say. When you bet, you get set to lose.
Who says that?
Ricky.
Ricky?
Yeah, my bookie, man. Yeah.
Your bookie?
He's vicious.
Yeah.
With the kneecappings.
How'd the kneecaps go last time, Stench?
I was able to run away from Ricky. He's a little short.
Hey, Stench, where's my money, Stenchio?
Oh, do you know Ricky? That's his exact voice.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Are you Ricky?
I am not Ricky because I am 6'1", and you said Ricky is short. So
you could be on your knees chasing me down. Who knows?
Oh, I'll get you, Stench. A bada bing.
That is
a bada boom.
Scary. Accurate.
Lunara is gonna go down. She is not. Oh, there goes Gul'dan. He actually got trapped by a Stitch's hook, I believe. And that was pretty good for Bushido Esports. You can see Sonya doing massive damages with the Divine Shield on, but Stitches is hurting for his squirting. Tracer is trying to get on top of him, and I believe he's going to go down. You know, he is actually able to escape. There goes Chromie in stasis. Sonya is trying to do some damage onto Tracer, but Tracer is just too much. And I think Johanna and Tracer will be enough to finish this game. I don't think Stitches is going to be able to hold this off. Do you, Stench?
I have faith in my bet.
Stitches is down. That's the entire team, and everyone is down. The core is at 20%.
Can I change what I had just said?
They're
going down.
You didn't get it out on time.
Dang it.
So, yeah, thank you guys for joining us today. This is only game 1. It's the best of 3. So Bushido Esports is going to have the potential to come back and eventually take the crown. It's a possibility. Do you think they have what it takes? Do you think they can come back in Game 2 and defeat the leftovers?
From this site right here, they really need to pick up everything. Working together, their defenses, pushing the line. If they're going to win these next two.
I believe so. And maybe drafting, synergizing a little bit more maybe. Like maybe when you have the Stitches hook, go for someone that can root, someone that can stun a little bit more safely than maybe Uther can. Maybe they were going to go for a Malfurion Stitches combination or something like that, and then maybe the leftovers picked Malfurion instead. Definitely a possibility. I'm not sure, but I definitely agree with you, Stitch. Everything needs to be amplified a little bit more for Bushido Esports. I think they did a fine job, and I think the leftovers did an amazing job. They definitely took this game, so we'll see how they do in Game 2.
Yes, we will.
Yep, and if you guys want me to cast any of your replays, please send your replays to greencarpetmail@gmail.com. What is that, Stench?
It is Green Carpet Media.
No, it's greencarpetmail@gmail.com. You're not even paying attention. And please subscribe, please like, please leave a comment. We will read your comments in our commentary. So
will I remember them? Probably not, but I will read them, and
we
he
will read
remember them.
Yes. Yes, we will read them. We will remember them. So please leave us your comments. Please subscribe. We currently have how many subscribers?
A big Zippo.
A big goose egg. So please let us feel welcome and subscribe, and you can be our best friends for life. So
you could be my best friend. Trying to get this prayer paper over here to work, but might be an issue because I'm trying to put it in your cat over here.